And I'm Michael Flaherty.
And as always, we are discussing movies from our totally non-expert point of view. That's what we do. That is our podcast. This week, we continue our countdown of the AFI Top 100 Films with 1994's Pulp Fiction. Michael, take it away with our IMDb synopsis.
The lives of two mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster's wife, and a pair of diner bandits intertwine in four tales of violence and redemption.
That is a really good synopsis.
Really succinct.
IMDb, you hit it out of the park. I was thinking how I would write a synopsis, and I would probably have a hard time not mentioning anal rape, and then it would really go off the rails.
Yeah, Quentin's in it. I don't know.
Oh God, he would. Anyway, so have you seen this film before?
Yes, although I was surprised at how little I remembered, because I was drawn into each scene, what is gonna happen?
Right.
I just remember there's a lot of swearing. I remembered Royale with cheese.
I think I've seen this a couple times, but it's been a while because I also was surprised by a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Initial reactions?
Well, I remember kind of being iffy on the movie before, but this time I was super into it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Although I also remember being really into it. Mm-hmm. But I remember being into it in a way every college freshman is really into Pulp Fiction. They've discovered good cinema. Oh, I had the poster.
Did you really?
Else. Oh, that really cool vintagey poster with Uma Thurman on it, that everyone had.
That's a cool poster.
Yeah. And so I actually was going into this thinking, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be what I remember, or this is going to be totally overrated, and I enjoyed it.
What helps is probably the expectation of there is no plot. So it probably helps you going into this is just going to be a collection of kind of interesting scenes.
Non-linear.
And the movie definitely delivers that.
Yeah, I think I like that well done. I like Coen Brothers and...
Oh, I don't.
Oh, well, okay. That's actually, that's not a good example because my favorite Coen Brothers films do actually have a narrative or a plot. So that's, and actually, I think that about, who was that weird director that all the hipsters like? He did
The hipsters love.
Come on.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
I really I think his best films are ones with actually a good narrative. like Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah, that's what I like, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I am lying to you about what I like, and Pulp Fiction is actually kind of an exception. Because, I also think I don't really like Quentin Tarantino that much.
Really?
I didn't love Reservoir Dogs like everyone else does.
No, I don't love that movie, no. I haven't seen it in forever, so I could change my mind.
I really enjoy Kill Bill.
Oh, I love Kill Bill.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm the only person in the world, because everyone's like, it sucks. And I'm like, of course it's not good. You're not watching it right.
It's just a fun time.
I do feel like it was definitely made by a super nerd.
Yeah.
But anyway, before we get into our larger discussion.
Can we finish that off? Because there's also Inglourious Basterds, which I really like, as too.
I thought it was a bit silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your problem?
I don't know. What else did he do?
Django Unchained, which I did not see, but I do want to.
Oh, yeah, that was actually... Maybe I do like Quentin.
There's The Hateful Eight, which I've not seen, but I really want to.
Hasn't he done other... I feel like he's done other movies, though.
He's done 8 movies.
That's
a thing.
Did you make that up?
No, in The Hateful Eight, it's the credits say Quentin Tarantino's 8th film, The Hateful Eight. Huh. So he's really into himself, yeah.
He does like himself. He does think he is great.
Fair enough. I mean, I like him too. He might as well like himself.
I feel like he's not a person I want to hang out with. I wish his movies weren't so good because he seems obnoxious.
Really? Well, I mean, he does seem obnoxious, but he just loves... Right. I think he seems like he just loves films so much.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun to just, hang out and, he would tell me about all the movie trivia he knows.
Oh, my God. Here's why I think he's such an obnoxious hipster before was a thing. There are 2 different scenes in the film where somebody is listening to a reel-to-reel audio thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that's not... I know, but come on, man.
Just, we get it.
Right. Okay, you're really cool.
That's pretty cool. I don't know. It's fine.
A skinny nerd with this punchable face.
I love it.
Just because you say the N-word a lot doesn't mean you're cool.
Well, yeah, there's that.
All right. So now, before we delve into large discussion, I think, bam!
Time for Sam.
So, Pulp Fiction has been nominated for 7 Oscars and only won 1, though.
Which one? That's a guess.
Go ahead, guess.
Best. Not acting.
No. Well, wait.
Best.
Best editing.
Yeah, best editing.
Actually, it was nominated for Best Editing. It did not win.
Okay.
It was nominated for Best Actor, John Travolta.
Weird.
Really?
That's weird.
Actually, this was considered his comeback film.
I think that
Oh, that makes sense, because what else has he been in?
Saturday Night Fever.
But he was coming back from that.
I think that was in the 70s.
Right. As opposed to 1995.
It was nominated for Best
Four.
Picture.
It's right in front of you.
Okay, Best Actor, John Travolta. Best Picture.
Who won Best Picture that year?
I will get to that. Best Director. Best Film Editing. Best Supporting Actor, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I thought he was way better.
Best Supporting
But
Actress,
the Academy...
Uma Thurman.
The Oscars don't really like black people, so that makes a lot of sense.
And Best Original Screenplay.
But they really like...
I bet he won screenplay. That's my guess.
No, Sherry told us that it was John Travolta.
No, it wasn't. Those were all the nominations.
Oh, okay. Who was it? Was it Samuel Jackson?
Well, yes.
Because that would be
yes.
really funny.
So yours is Samuel Jackson, mine's screenplay.
It's not editing.
No.
Oh, screenplay's good. I like screenplay.
It is screenplay.
Yeah.
It cost $8 million to make this film, and out of that $8 million, $5 million was just to pay for the actors' salaries.
Wow. So $3 million. Okay.
He said, Quentin Tarantino said, "This is a $8 million film, but I want it to look like a $25 million epic."
I don't think he pulled that off.
Yeah, in what way?
Yeah, what does he think an epic is?
He spent a lot of money on a specific type of really cheap film to make it look like a 50s noir.
Oh, that actually, I see that.
I don't get that, but all right.
I mean, I definitely saw it. There's the scene where Bruce Willis is in the taxi cab, and there's like a green screen effect that looked like purposefully too corny. So I get some of the, like, he tried to make it look like an older film.
I guess. Okay.
The part of Jules was actually written for Samuel L. Jackson, but when he came in to audition, he thought it was just a reading. He thought he'd already got the part because it was written for him. And they were bringing in some other actors. So there was an actor named Paul Calderon, who I've looked into. He hasn't really done anything else significant since. And he did so well that they almost cast him instead of Samuel L. Jackson. They brought him in and they're like, you need to do a real audition. Like, don't just half-ass it this time. He committed. He did that end scene in the cafe and obviously won Quentin over.
Yeah.
But he almost lost it. Paul
really should've
Calderon
won
ended
for
up
that.
being in the film as Paul the bartender or English Bob.
Who the hell lost to who won over Samuel L. Jackson? Like, he
Oh, sure. Who knows?
he was so good in that.
Yeah, he's really good.
Some other people were considered for this. Sylvester Stallone and Mickey Rourke were considered
Mickey
for
Rourke.
Butch. Sorry.
He's gross.
He actually decided he wanted to pursue his boxing career versus being in film, but he later admitted he didn't actually understand the script when he read it.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, I think if I read the script, I'd be like, what the fuck am I reading?
I don't know, Quentin.
Some other people, Julie Louis-Dreyfus was considered for Mia, but she could not get out of Seinfeld.
Oh,
I think she could have done a good job. I can't. It's hard
She's
to.
too funny.
She's so funny. But
And
she can be gritty.
I've never seen it. I'm sure she could. I've never witnessed it.
I mean, in Veep, she likes to swear a lot.
That's true.
That's like half of it.
That's that. Yeah, she could do it. I've seen it basically.
the other one that Quentin Tarantino said was very close to getting it was Jennifer Aniston.
Whoa.
I can see that.
You could?
I don't know why. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought Uma Thurman did.
She was in Mother's Day. I see it.
Oh God, I forgot about Mother's Day.
Yeah.
The word fuck was said 265 times in this film.
Yeah.
There is an urban
Lot of
legend.
Well, that's very immoral.
There is an urban legend that every clock is to the number or time 420, reference to the drug marijuana.
Sound cooler when you say marijuana, please.
However, at Jimmy's, the clock is actually very obviously at 8:15, and when they go to retrieve the suitcase, it's at 7:22. So this is a fake rumor.
Fake rumor.
And my last one for you guys today. This is on the AFI list, obviously, of the top 100 films, but it was actually nominated for another AFI list. The AFIs did a list of, after 100 years, the top 100 of every category. It was nominated for the 100 Years of Laughter category, for the funny character. Yeah.
All right. That ketchup joke is pretty good, I guess.
That was a good joke. Yeah.
All right. And that was
You say it.
BAM!
Time for Sam.
So now we come to the portion of our show where we read 1-star reviews from Amazon.
favorite.
Now here's a note that I would like to say, that if you go to the 1-star reviews for Pulp Fiction, there is a user named Morgo.
We're calling him out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Morgo.
Shout out, who defends this film and responds to almost every negative review. Here's an example.
Yeah.
Original one-star review. This movie was not worth my time for a lot of reasons. Morgo says, terrible people have terrible baseless opinions.
Shit, Morgo just calls him out.
Morgo just calls it like
Morgo's not going to have any of that.
Nah.
Crazy.
All right, Michael, would you like to take it away?
I bet Morgo has that wallet. Okay. This one right here?
Yeah.
It was too violent and immoral for me. I read that one on my own.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
Well, I mean, I was saying with Sam, we were watching it, and we were laughing at that review. And then there's the scene where Bruce Willis almost gets raped, but then he saves the boss, the crime boss. And I'm like, there's morals here.
Yeah. He didn't say there was no morality. It was just a little too immoral.
A little too. All right. Fair enough.
All right.
It was a waste of money. The terrible, dirty language, crazy stories. I would not recommend this movie at all. It's weird. I felt like a lot of the reviews were like, too many swear words.
Yeah.
The rape was fine. Like, there's just I have my...
Morgo really liked to respond to those people saying, have you seen a rated R movie? It was rated R.
I'm on board with Morgo.
Morgo, like, he gets it.
Yeah, we should see what he's up to.
Right?
All right.
My dear ex-husband said he loved this movie and kept wanting me to see it, so we could share ideas. What ideas? Not sure.
I bet this is not going to go well.
I finally rented off Amazon the other night, broke open a fresh bag of non-GMO, organic, low salt and oil popcorn.
So let's just take a moment to realize how good of a
Sorry.
she is. Yeah.
So just to repeat, open a fresh bag of non-GMO, organic,
Good.
low salt and oil popcorn, pushed play, and off I went. Really painting a picture.
Set the stage.
It was awful!
Oh.
Exclamation point.
This is an epic.
All the violence, disgusting behavior, and language with no redeeming value whatsoever.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good review.
What
did Morgan say in that one?
What is even the point of this review? I don't know what it is.
Oh.
All right. You go.
This movie is nonsensical. Terrible. Don't waste your time. Okay, succinct.
It is nonsensical. I'll give him that.
Next review. It was okay. Now, was that a 1-star
That was
review?
a 1-star review. It was okay.
1 star. It was all right.
This is one of my favorite ones.
Okay, do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go for it.
At the end, you are left scratching your head about the story itself, and what was the final conclusion? You were left feeling scammed, as if you were robbed of your time without adequate compensation, and you were left nauseated by the utterly empty, useless lives you've been forced to witness, including that of QT Quentin Tarantino. I'm assuming if Quentin Tarantino were a bug, I'd love to swat him with my fly swatter. SWAT!
This is all real.
End of all bad movies. All bad movies.
All bad movies. If you kill Quentin Tarantino, all bad movies will go away.
That sounds like a movie of its own. Good riddance. 0 rating. Art spelled with an F. Fart. Fart. Apply to all QT movies.
Yeah.
Does this keep going on?
Nope, that's it.
Oh,
You know, my favorite part about that
Yeah.
is the whole time you're reading it, Queen was mouthing up.
So good. Okay. Oh, I love that one. Not for kids. This show is not really a great one. Would not watch again. But this is the good one.
All right, at 1 hour and 53 minutes and 6 seconds, here we go. The bullet holes are already in the wall before anyone has fired any shots.
And then this next part is in all caps.
Hey, editor, director, how did you miss that?
1 star.
1 star. That's fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
You should really catch that. That's someone's job. Bullet hole specialist.
Right.
They should have
Continuity?
known.
Is that a thing?
The continuitist. I think.
Isn't it like Best Boy or something? Who does continuity?
You're thinking of Best Buy. They sell electronics. It's nothing to do with movies.
Damn
That's where you go for iPods.
All right. So let's talk about it. Did you follow the plot? I actually think even with the non-continuity, it's pretty easy to follow things. Like,
if you accept that there is no plot, then
Right.
it's easy to follow. Yeah. It's easy to follow, like Christopher Walken. Oh, he's talking to Bruce Willis because it cuts right to him.
That scene was so weird. I totally forgot about that scene. And Christopher Walken comes up, and I'm like, wait, this has something to do with a watch at the end. That's
probably the one I didn't like because that was the one where it's like silly, but I didn't feel like there was a reason it had to be that silly.
But it is silly. Like, it is 100 Years of Laughs.
I am gonna laugh for the decade.
I thought some of it was a little weird. There was a bit of a tonal problem where some of it was so silly, and then someone's getting anally raped. Oh, can I say, like, when I was taking notes, I was like, a friend came to visit and was bored by this so now he's leaving.
Yeah, he said bad podcast and left.
Yeah.
Unfair.
I'm
going to go to his podcast.
Immoral.
Yeah, immoral. Anyway.
I thought about, the film Deliverance?
I've never heard of it.
I
know that song.
Yeah, that's from Deliverance, and it's got Burt Reynolds in it, and there's a famous anal rape scene in that.
Sure.
Which I'm already explaining too much. So I was like going to call that scene the Deliverance scene, and I saw that joke made like 8 times in the Amazon review comments. Moral of the story, nothing is ever original. You are not interesting or clever. That is
Except
the
for
point.
Pulp Fiction, very original for
very
its time.
Good. Very good.
Actually, that was not one of my facts I included, but one of the critics who saw it originally said this was the first original story plot since Citizen Kane, which is number 1 on your list.
No. But Citizen Kane isn't an original. I mean, it's just a narrative of a real person. Oh, okay. I really enjoyed the way it was shot. I thought it was so engaging and kind of like, this is a weird thing to say, but I thought it was really good, the interesting way it was shot. But it didn't seem too obnoxious. Like, you've seen ones that really try hard with the different angles. And I just really liked it.
Definitely. No, every scene pulled me in. Absolutely.
Yeah. I do think with the dialogue, some of the dialogue seems like Quentin Tarantino just wrote something on his napkin. He's like, this would be a funny conversation, or this would be something I'd like to write. And it didn't really matter what character said it.
Yeah.
I felt that way about Reservoir Dogs too, like with that tipping conversation. And then in this one, just so many of them were like. But
I liked it like when Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta are just like in the diner having fun conversations. I like that because it's like, they're cool having friends. But the scene where like they go to Quentin Tarantino's house and then Quentin Tarantino's like giving them snappy dialogue, I'm like, all right, reel it back. It just feels like too much.
I do feel like Quentin Tarantino is not a great actor.
I feel
like he was fine, but he was the weak link of the cast, I thought.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone did worse than him.
Yeah.
Because I just thought everyone was really good. You know who else I thought was great? Bruce Willis.
Yes.
I liked him so much. I thought that one scene where Marcellus Wallace is giving this long dialogue about pride and Bruce is just sitting there kind of reacting a little bit. Yeah. I thought, damn, you're not terrible.
Dude, he's awesome. Dude, just the scene where he's holding the samurai sword.
Oh, Jesus.
Just about to cut the guy.
Oh, my God.
And
I made a note of that. The scene where he picks up a weapon and then he picks up another weapon.
Yeah, that's such a good scene.
And then he sees the samurai sword. Yeah. And here's the note I wrote was, Quentin Tarantino, what a fucking nerd. Like, of course he gets a samurai sword.
No, this movie is good. There's so many scenes where, like, there's so much tension in the scene. Just like when they're at the diner, but because you saw at the beginning that there's going to be the robbery. Every scene has that where it's just like building so much. I really like that.
Oh, I made a note. It must be hard to be a conventional robber in a cash-free society.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I thought about when they were talking about how, like, why they should rob a diner, it feels like this would not work now because there's way too many pockets where people can hide and call us, like, the police immediately. But that still seems like...
Because everybody's a cell phone, sure.
Right. It still feels like it would be kind of true. There's so many... Having worked in restaurants, so I'm pretty much an expert. There's just so many places to hide, like, with the phone, I would think.
No, I thought that was so interesting. We were like, the restaurant's insured, so they don't really care. They just want you to get your money and leave. Right. I like that. I really liked the dialogue.
Yeah. So I think what I love about movies
those two actors, those robbers, are so good.
So good. I just really like good dialogue, and I think that's what really
You like good dialogue? That's weird.
Yeah. I know, it's so weird. But I don't know, just the scene where they're talking about the foot massage, I'm like, what a great way to write dialogue in The Art of Persuasion. Like, at the end of it, Samuel L. Jackson kind of comes around to the foot massage thing. It's I see where you're coming from. And then he says, let's get into character. Which I didn't get, because why did they have to torment those kids if they were just going to kill them?
I think it wasn't... Was it for certain that they had to kill them?
I don't know. I didn't really
what I'm assuming they didn't have to kill them.
Okay, but he did.
Just they were trying to intimidate him, and something got him off edge, and then they decided to kill him.
Why are they eating burgers at 7:30 a.m.?
Is it supposed to be in the 70s? So it was shot in 94. Was it supposed to be a 70s? That's what it felt like to me, but I have no proof
I don't think so due to the heroin.
Oh, is that...
And also...
Wait, what do you mean? Their next movie is a 1971 movie about a heroin smuggling ring.
Yeah. I don't think so, though. I think it's just supposed to be...
no idea.
Just because there was, like, little modern technology around. And when they do to Bruce Willis as a kid... Oh, God, maybe, because the Bruce Willis as a kid looks like it's in the 50s.
That's why it looks. I don't know. It looks
Or maybe
70s
the 60s.
to me.
I don't.
But I have no idea.
I thought that was just his retro thing because 50s nostalgia diners were really big in the 80s and 90s.
Oh.
So that's what put me in the time and place.
I'm gonna assume you're right then.
I don't know why when I saw Samuel L. Jackson eating that burger and like the shot, I'm like, food continuity must be really hard.
That's a good point.
That's a stupid thing to think.
So the continuitist had a big job.
He had a big job, like that.
Continuist / best boy.
Yeah. Bruce Willis owns stoicism. Bruce Willis, good or great?
He's great.
He's so good.
He's a fucking good actor.
I mean, because sometimes you kind of think of him as one note, like you're John McClane,
You know what? I never have thought of him as one note. I've always thought of him as a good actor.
He's funny, too.
He's really funny, yeah. He's a good action
He's
star.
just really handsome.
But he's also got like a bizarre look. You know, he's not like a classically handsome person, I don't think.
I mean...
He's hot. No, I think he is handsome.
Sure.
But he's just like unusual looking, I think.
Right.
I don't know what my point is.
I've also seen a lot of films with underground boxing and then the fights being fixed. So how does anybody believe in the integrity of underground boxing?
Because I think those are all movies.
Oh, maybe. And now that I'm saying this out loud, I realize the fight was on the radio, so it was real boxing, and I'm being dumb.
Yeah.
But I thought that, like, you know, in Snatch and stuff, they always seem to fix these fights, and it's like, maybe just don't bet on boxing, you weirdos.
Jeez, all the Bruce Willis parts were so good.
So, yeah, his girlfriend was weird, but I don't know, in a way, kind of sweet.
Yeah.
It brought him, like, another dimension to his character that was interesting. Like, oh, yeah, he kind of kills people, doesn't feel bad about it, but he really loves this woman, and it's nice.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so good.
It's just real good.
Yeah, I can't speak.
I also don't know what heroin is. Like,
what do you mean?
I don't know. I was really confused. Like, so heroin's a powder that you cook? I didn't know that. Is that? I thought it was liquid because you inject it.
I don't know anything.
You usually put the powder in a spoon and you melt it.
Well, I know that now because I saw that happen in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember
But
that.
actually, they did say that snorting it is not an effective way to overdose. So it
Who's
was
they?
When I was researching this film, so it's not actually an effective way to overdose.
Research says that if you snort heroin, you don't actually die of overdose. That is incorrect.
All right. QT, fix that up.
Yeah, what the hell?
Explain that, Morgo.
Oh my god. I was thinking about how much I like the soundtrack, which, by the way, a lot of the 1-star reviews also liked the soundtrack. And I was watching it with my friend David, and I was like, this is so great. He's like, wow, that's so original of you. So, like,
well, we can still comment on it.
Yeah, it's like, everybody likes Motown, you weirdo. Like,
I don't even remember the soundtrack.
Oh, it did not.
I remember the twist scene had music.
Oh my god, I remember watching that twist scene. And so they called them up, this couple, and you just kind of watch them do this bizarre dance.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, that must be so boring for the diners. So you have to watch a whole song for every person that contest.
Yeah.
And because they win the trophy, everyone after them is worse than that. Like, how dull.
I mean, yeah, no.
I really liked that restaurant. I like theme restaurants that
that they're in cars.
Yeah.
I absolutely. I wish I was in a car restaurant too.
The idea of a nostalgia restaurant that has the devotion of a rainforest cafe to the theme.
Totally. There aren't enough gimmicky restaurants.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
That's sad to me.
That's really depressing.
I do think Vincent, John Travolta, is a pretentious douche. Here's my evidence. He makes a point to say he does not watch television.
Yeah.
In the pilot discussion, which I also really liked.
Yeah.
He rolls his own cigarettes. Yeah. And he, like, hates kitsch. Like, oh, we're at a diner. Like, he just seems like, oh, in Europe, things are so much better. Like, shut up.
And he's talking to that guy, Wolf, who's, like, giving him instructions to help him. He's like, please would be nice.
It's like, fuck you.
No, but I like it. I mean, the film is, they wrote him as a pretentious character, and he really feels alive because of it, to me.
I guess. I do think that some of their characters don't feel that fleshed out because Quentin Tarantino cares more about fun dialogue than he does about character development.
Which I really don't mind.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. But that's just what I think.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up with Uma Thurman's T-Rex hands? I thought that... So she does this weird thing with her hand, the T-Rex hands, but research tells us that is apparently a ripoff from an old film, that dance scene. So...
All right.
Also cool.
Yeah, it's also very cool. That also makes sense because I was like, why isn't John Travolta a better dancer? Because he was like in Grease and shit. Like, he knows how to dance.
He's older.
He's an older man. Shouldn't she go to the hospital? What does a gimp do?
I
was not going to Google it, But
I don't think we need to talk about it.
I was very confused. So it was like, I felt like it was supposed to just add another visual element of this being a weird sex thing. But like, he's just there. Like,
don't ask research to research.
We don't need to know. Let's remain pure.
Right, fair enough. I also thought, so going back to the scene with that Japanese sword, so one of the rapists is a cop.
Yeah.
So shouldn't Bruce be prepared to face somebody who has a gun on him? And I mean, so like in the scene, he realizes his gun is across the room because his pants are off, but why would he know that?
What's your question?
So Bruce is going in with the Japanese sword.
Yeah.
But he should expect one of the guys to be armed.
Okay, so?
So he didn't seem to expect that.
Well, he worked out.
I guess so. I also thought there was way too much LA stuff, like references that people in LA would get. They talked about where Vincent and the other guy live, and they're like, well, you live all the way on the sticks and Burbank in the valley.
But, I mean, we got it.
I didn't get it.
I mean, we got, oh, you live all the way on the state. Oh, so he lives far away. Like, we got all the information we needed to get.
I suppose. Who was your favorite of the actors? As we've discussed, my least favorite is QT.
Yeah, QT's the worst. And, I don't know, I mean, it has to be Bruce Willis. I just loved all the... And Samuel L. Jackson was very, very good.
I thought that there was a lot of great monologues.
A lot of great monologues. I really like the guy's monologue in the beginning, the robber British man.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I do think Sam Jackson for me.
Hey, that's a famous actor, right? That guy?
I don't think so.
I think he is.
Research. The guy in the beginning, the British guy, is he a famous actor?
He's in Hateful Eight as one of the...
But is he just a Quentin Tarantino guy? Don't know. He would be listed next to Honey Bunny.
Oh, the mugger?
Yeah.
His character's actually called Pumpkin.
Right.
Oh.
She says, "Hey, Pumpkin," and he says, "Hey, Honey Bunny."
Yeah, I think Pumpkin's a famous boy.
I also think, so this movie is over 20 years old, and I think it's aged very well.
Yes. Even though it tried to look like it was from the 50s or something.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe because it's kind of got an ageless quality to it.
Yeah, totally.
He also was in Reservoir Dogs.
So he's just a...
Tim Roth.
Oh, Tim Roth is very famous.
I don't recognize that name.
Yeah, he's like a guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he looks like now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super famous.
He looked like that in the movie.
Yeah. I do feel like there's some things about it, like if I was into filmmaking or if I thought deeper, like, so like the suitcase, like what is it supposed to be? Like I didn't really care. I wasn't intrigued by the mystery of the suitcase. Were you?
No, but I mean, it's one of those things where like it doesn't matter what it is.
Right,
It's
but
probably
I
a
feel
lot
like
of money.
There's a lot of like people who like speculate what it is. Like it's Marcellus Wallace's soul and shit like that. And I'm like, I do not care. Like it doesn't take away or add to enjoyment of the film, this mystery.
Totally. And I maybe on reflection I like that because like it doesn't matter, so just don't even tell us.
Fair.
Yeah.
In the original story, it was going to be diamonds, but they thought it was too boring, so they decided to leave it vague to make it up for people's.
I agree 100%.
It's not like a lost shit where like, oh, what's this? Tune in next episode to find out. It's just like, no, it's a mystery. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I liked the Bruce Willis scene where he kills John Travolta. Just the Pop-Tarts thing, I thought was really cool.
Yes.
The timing of it, and like the surprise, and John Travolta just being a moron without Samuel Jackson as his partner, dying right away.
Yeah, that's really good.
I don't know, everything about it. I just thought it was great.
It's so tense. You just see the gun there, like, oh, fuck.
I do have to say my least favorite was the anal rape scene. I kind of agree with some of these commenters. I do think Quentin Tarantino can be a little too gratuitous just to be gratuitous.
I don't know. I didn't feel like that because I did feel like that during the watch up the ass story. I'm like, okay, it doesn't have to be up the ass, but I liked the whole scene. Well, I mean, the moment specifically when Bruce Willis is leaving the store and he goes, "No, I'm gonna save him." Like that was really cool.
That's a good point, and I actually did really like that actor who plays Marcellus Wallace is also very good.
Yes,
but that whole like, what's gonna happen now? There is no you and me. Like that was a really good, well-delivered line.
So I mean, that situation didn't have to be about rape, but if it wasn't, I don't know what it would be.
Well, I guess they didn't have to show it.
They didn't really though.
They totally did.
You didn't see bits?
I guess you didn't see bits.
You didn't see any private parts?
I can't argue with that, I guess. Yeah. Okay, maybe I take that back. Because he does the right thing, even though it's
cool.
so
That was a tense scene.
Oh, God. I liked the Bonnie situation. That was really good. I don't know. I liked that as a framing device, like his wife getting home from the hospital from her job.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, have we talked about everything?
Let's see here. We talked about Bruce Willis. We talked about almost seeing his junk. Kind of saw it. The towel moved a little bit as he's sitting down.
Yeah.
You missed that part, Sam.
Research has a face about Bruce Willis's junk.
Nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, he was a good-looking...
Yeah, good-looking.
He's a fit man.
Fit man.
Odd-looking, not classically handsome.
Most attractive I've ever seen him.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I really like him as John McClane.
Oh, damn.
So I wonder what our brother John is up to.
I think it's time for Bro Call. Call Brother John.
Calling Brother John.
Come on, pick up. This is just like Pulp Fiction. A lot of tension in the air.
So much tension. Is he gonna answer? Oh,
yeah.
no.
Hi, you've reached John Flahertys.
Well,
I guess we don't get to know this week.
nah, it's gonna be a mystery.
I mean, we had a lot of great thoughts though.
Yeah,
so
we were pretty good.
I think. So would this go on your personal top AFI?
Totally. I mean, if the AFI list is 100 films, this would make it because I really liked it.
I really liked it. I thought it was very original. I get why. Like, I think a lot of high-grossing films took a lot of risks in the 90s.
Definitely.
And I don't know if it started a trend or anything, but as a successful and culturally relevant film, it is very original.
Totally. Yeah.
I think it's really good. And did you like it? What's your grade?
Grade. Oof. That's tough. Yeah, I mean, so I liked it a lot. Not in love with it. I'm not going to say it's on my top 10.
For sure.
So, I'd give it a B+.
Oh my God, I was exactly going to give it a B+.
I'll give it an A+ for effort, for trying something new.
I mean, everybody, nobody lazily puts a movie together.
I mean, Last Picture Show.
Oh, fuck that. But I bet some people put a lot of work into that.
Well, they did, I'm sure. And they really put their heart into it, and they thought it was great. But it sucks.
But screw you, people who did that.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
So.
Jeff Bridges.
Fuck you, Jeff.
Even though I really liked you in The Big Lebowski, please come on the show.
You were great in Tron, but yeah, please, we'd love you as a guest.
Yeah. So yeah, I will also give it a B+. That is exactly the grade I was going to give it.
Cool.
I really, really liked it, but it's not a perfect film. I do think if somebody told me I like the film but it's overrated, I'd be like, I see where you're coming from.
Totally. Yeah.
I'm not. It's not the greatest film ever.
I'm not going to defend it, really.
Right.
It's what it is.
Absolutely. So I think that is it for Flahertys on Films.
Do we have sponsors this week?
Brought to you by Burger King.
Burger King. If you want a great burger, but fast, and there's no McDonald's in the area, and there's no Culver's in the area, and there's not a Wendy's nearby, and there's not a Five Guys, if you're not near an In-N-Out, and you're not right next to a Hardee's, or you're not by a Jack in the Box, and you're not near a grocery store, go to Burger King. They're gonna set you up.
But if you're near a grocery store,
but
get
you
on that.
should. Yeah, I mean, you make your own meat, get on the grill. 4th of July, perfect. That's not when we're recording this.
No, not at all.
So go to Burger King.
Go to Burger King. It's not Independence Day.
Yep.
Brought to you by Black Box.
What's that?
I think it's a wine company, and they make.
Oh. I know what Black Box is. I know what Black Box is. I was just not into it. Black Box. You ever think, I want 4 bottles for the price of, what is it,
a bottle?
No, it's $20, so it's 2 bottles.
I don't know.
Do you want to save money? Do you want to save money on pretty good wine? Are you a quantity person? Get Black Box. What's inside? You'll find out.
Better than Franzia. But not much.
Fuck Franzia. Black Box.
Black Box. And that is it for Flahertys on Films. Join us next week when we discuss The French Connection.
And cut.
Right. That's a movie thing.
That is a movie thing.
It's like we're on set. Hollywood.